Hi, third graders, Miss Thorns. Today we will be learning about daily changes in the wind direction and speed and how it affects our weather. You know you have it when you watch the video and complete the quiz with confidence. Wind. What is wind? Wind is air in motion. It produces the uneven heating of the Earth's surface by the sun. Since the Earth's surface is made of various land and water formation, it absorbs the sun's radiation unevenly. Two factors are necessary to specify wind: speed and direction. Weather vane. What causes the wind to blow? As the sun warms the Earth's surface, the atmosphere warms too. Some parts of the Earth receives direct rays from the sun all year and are always warm. Other places receive indirect rays, so the climate is colder. Warm air, which weighs less than cold air, rises. Then cool air moves and replaces the rising warm air. This movement of air is what makes the wind blow and the weather vane spin. A wind gust is blowing her hair back. What is a wind gust? A gust front is leading edge of cool air rushing down and out from the thunderstorm. There are two main reasons why the air flows out of some thunderstorms so rapidly. The primary reason is the presence of relatively dry air in the low atmosphere. This dry air causes some of the rain falling through to evaporate, which cools the air. Since cool air sinks, just as warm air rises, this causes a downrush of air that spreads out at the ground level. The edge of this rapidly spreading cool air pool is a gust front. The second reason is the falling precipitation produces a drag on the air, forcing it downward. If the wind flowing the gust front is intense and damaging, the windstorm is known as a downburst. You might be thinking, what is a downburst? A downburst is created by an area of significant rain, cooled air that after hitting ground level spreads out in all directions, producing strong winds. Unlike winds in a tornado, winds in a downburst are directed outwards from the point where it hits the land or water. Downbursts are associated with thunderstorms with very little rain, while wet downbursts are created by thunderstorms with high amounts of rainfall. Here we see what we call a Venn diagram, but at Muskegon Public Schools, we use a double bubble. So the things in the middle are alike. And here we have a derecho, which is a line of strong storms, most commonly developed on land, moves at 50 miles per hour or higher, and lasts a few hours to over a day. Or a hurricane, strong low center pressure, only develops over warm ocean water, moves at 15 to 20 miles per hour or less, and lasts for days, sometimes weeks. What they have in common, they can produce winds up to 100 miles per hour and can widespread damage. Effects of prevailing winds: distribute large amounts of solar energy across the world, cause a variety of precipitation such as snow or rain. At the 30 degrees where the cold, dry air descends, deserts form. What are prevailing westerlies? Between 30 and 60 degrees latitude, the winds that move towards the poles appear to curve to the east. Because winds are named from this direction in which they originate, these winds are called prevailing westerlies. Prevailing westerlies happen in the northern hemisphere and are responsible for weather movements across the United States and Canada. What are the polar westerlies? At about 60 degrees latitude in both hemispheres, the prevailing westerlies join the polar easterlies to reduce upward motion. The polar easterlies form when the atmosphere over the poles cools. This air then sinks and spreads over the surface. As the air flows away from the poles, it's turned to the west by the Coriolis effect. Again, because these winds begin in the east, they are called the easterlies.